Do you see a change in your wife since she became a mother?
A lot.
And what has changed? Like, can you give me an example, like in your eyes, as a man who was a man, a partner before only, to now being a co-parenting with her and all of that? What has changed?
Change. I am not the number two, so I'm not the number one.
Pay
I'm not,
for
I'm not ahead. I'm not ahead at all. So she tell me not even mind seeing her waist. I'll do everything for my son, but you, who knows? So, but everything in the book said that is not the case is supposed to be. That is not how the case is supposed to be. So I don't know other people' reality out there, but this is the her first love or her love and everything is her son. So that is how it is. The change is there. Yeah, the change. It brings an enormous amount of responsibility out of you.
it?
So
Yeah.
I see the excuse me, I see the responsibility and everything and the amount of attention, the the idea to put other people first, which is our son above everything else and everything, is interesting to see
Even
because
herself.
yes, because you see
Mm.
people only speak or people know how to talk a lot, but without seeing the action, it becomes nothing. But I have been able to experience the action, not only the speaking, the talking, I've seen the work as well. So it is quite interesting. That's a huge change. And I
I have a
think
sub
it I
question now
think I
because you
think I
said
think
that.
it I think it just to conclude, I think it boils down her zeal to take further her professionality and everything because it kind of the child kind of presents a sort of responsibility not only
Hmm.
personally but as well to care for. So
Hmm.
that's a huge change. You know, she has always been hardworking and everything, but she wants to do more because I have a child and all those stuff, which is interesting.
Yeah, I don't blame her. Of course, you start prioritizing different things. Even sometimes, like the things that you never thought they're gonna be your priority, one of a sudden
Hmm.
become the priority, or like the way you were thinking before, you are not thinking like this again. A lot of
Not
things has
at
changed.
all.
But with this change, how did it affect you?
Personally, like I said, I'm the number two. So
No, I
I, I
understand that, but there is
yes,
an
yes, yes.
effect. Like, what does that? Yeah, go on.
I think I will say I have to. It was not easy to accept the reality. I have to accept the reality. What I'm
Do
trying to
you
say.
as a man?
Mhm.
Yeah, go on. No, finish what you're
No,
trying
no,
to
no.
say.
I was just trying to say that. Look, I had to look at the fact. I have to see the way things are. Then I, for one, I came to the realization most times in life it is actually better to take things for what they are instead of wanting things to be the way they are supposed to be. So it's a bitter reality that I have to accept. And will things change in the future? Maybe yes, maybe no. But we are being honest here because you asked me a question that I have no choice but to explain to you exactly how it is. So
Hmm. Um, with what you said now, from a
mm,
man's perspective, you feeling like a number two and all of that, and with all you know that you are doing or you are not doing, because you still said you are a work in progress.
of course.
Do you think that there is something that you could change and make this then like a book is writing about?
I don't know honestly if there is anything I could have changed or that I could change, but for the sake of being fair generally in life, yes, one thing or the other is always expected. I think one thing I could change really, just looking back, even in the last few days and everything, and like I think this is it's too general for almost every woman too. I she wish I could do more than I'm already doing.
Mhm. And you, as a man, I mean, obviously,
In
we are
terms of
talking in general.
things
Do
at
you?
home, I'm talking about.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um, with what we discussed, and we discussed last week,
Mm-hmm.
and now all of what the situation from a man's perspective, what you have going on at home. Do you believe that you are not doing enough, or you think that in your eyes you are doing enough?
I'm doing enough. I'm doing the most. I'm doing the best. I'm at the peak. But for her, it's not enough. We have different perspective. Everything we discuss about tonight, I am guilty of. Can you please take this thing downstairs? Yes, but I'll do it at my own time. But oftentimes it's not like that. Those we end up talking. Please hold on. I said the other time, if with the things women worried about, it still baffles me how come they live longer than us. I don't give a shit about these things, to be very honest. Can we please let it go? Let's hold on. We can do this tomorrow.
But
But just to give you
what's
an
the funny
example of
part is
how
this
discussions
sentence.
go.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but this sentence you just made now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know that it's important to her? Because
Of
if
course.
we go back, if we are going into hunter and prey type of a stage of the
Mm-hmm.
relationship, which is the beginning,
Yes.
men tend to care. How are you feeling? What are you thinking? What would you do? What's this? What's that? You care. You want to take care of her. But in this situation now, when you live for so many years together and you have a child and you know she's fucking fed up, you know it comes to a point in her day that she's fucking fed up. And that fucking bin bag means the world to her in that moment. So why don't you care then? Why don't you see it from that perspective? It
That is
I
the
know
that
it
is
doesn't mean shit to me,
yeah.
but it means to her. And if I'm gonna make her smile, although it's under her condition, because the date night you planned was under her condition, what she wants to eat or where she wants to dance or whatever you guys did, or which movie she wants to watch. It was all about her. So right now, why is it not all about her anymore?
Yeah, but
Because we
you
also feel the difference in you guys. You also need to understand that you also change, because once you get that woman, and especially once she becomes a mother, when you have that fucking stamp, you understand, it's official, we are forever connected. It seems like you also ease down a little bit when it comes to certain things, and you start taking certain things for granted. And we do see it like that. I ask him, like, sometimes ask him, can you take that bag down? Is just to see how much of attention you are actually giving us as well. Trust me, you taking that
fuck
bag
that,
down, making that woman
fuck that,
smile,
Yasha.
making.
That shit testing,
No,
you are
it's
bullshitting
true.
me.
It's
You are
how
shit
it works.
testing me. Come on, man. You are
No,
shit
it
testing
is. It
me.
is like that.
You see the reason why
It
men often things and like, I'm not your
no,
child. Fuck that shit. You are
because
shit
no,
testing me.
it's not about being a child. No, no, no. It's from that affectionate side, affirmation. This is giving us some type of affirmation. He does
Yeah,
care.
but Tasha,
Like, for
as a
example,
man, if I don't,
yeah, go on, go
if
on.
I
I'll give
don't,
my example later.
if I don't vibe with the person, if I don't love the person, if I don't have the person in high regard and everything, fuck am I doing with the person?
It doesn't matter. It
But
doesn't matter.
you still have to shit test me.
Yeah, but it's not about you. You guys also test us sometimes, just in a different way, and you might not call it a test. I just say it point blank. Frankly, that's how we see it.
Yeah, this is good
But
to
you do the
know.
same thing with us. You do test us. You do it. You just might call it something else in your men's vocabulary or whatever you call it. You do it. I made him think
Yeah.
now. Maybe you
No,
have
no,
to sleep
because
on it. It's the fact.
no, no.
You guys, sorry.
I'm thinking as a man, we appreciate respect, but oftentimes you hear women say they have to earn the respect. That's like me saying you have to earn my love. I don't think it's a formula that works, but it's something that we both throw around each other and everything. But if you really ask me, and I think, yeah, you don't have to respect me in my present, even in my back. I will appreciate that. But at times, shit could get as it is at like
I
majority of
personally
women
think
if
that
things
you
are not.
men,
Mhm.
look, I'm gonna bring. I don't know if she's there. You can see maybe our Chichi Igwe. She said it many times when she was on the show. She said
Yeah.
respect is earned. She's in a
Yeah.
relationship. She's a relationship coach as well. And I think that
Of course.
you guys naturally think because of this the role that you are playing, uh, you know, patriarchy and all of that. You think that I'm there, I'm a man of the house, I need to be respected. But you also forget about the fact that respect, yeah, I respect you as a man of the house if you act as a man of the house. Now, if I take relationship or partnership again, and I transform it now into the company, you as a leader of a company, you also need to take care of your workers. Because if you're gonna be shitty to them, you're still gonna be a leader. Yeah, you're still gonna have that position, but you're not gonna have respect.
Yeah, that is true. But you don't ask a leader to earn your respect. You respect the office of that particular leader and everything. If for instance, based on your analogy, if a man has a role that he has to play in his family that demand respect and everything, just as you are asking us men to be able to show that concern and everything for you, we'll do that. But I can tell you, we men, research, history, time, and everything has shown over and over again. We are only able to make sacrifice for those that have proven to show respect and are under our leadership. If it's on the contrary, it doesn't work. That's the reason why, on average, a lot of women, quote and unquote, that call themselves high profile, high earning, and everything, they hardly find men that dance to their tune because it's not in our nature. I will die for who is under my leadership. But if the person is not under my leadership, fuck am I doing those things for? I can't do that.
Yes, you
Yeah,
you are taking it
just
like that.
based on the analogy, I'm not
Yeah, and
in
I'm
a
gonna
family
stick to
cycle
it,
is
and
different. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it a little bit different. It's gonna be kind of the same. But if we keep that analogy and we
Hmm.
imagine the partnership, the unity of a company,
Yeah.
you said you as a leader, listen, it goes like that. You are a leader, you have that respect as a leader. No matter what happens, we kind of all look up there,
Perfect. But
right?
some people are not
Okay.
able to do that.
But right, but
Of course, we're speaking
you
in general, but some
being
people are not able to do
respected as a person, as an individual, you need to earn that based on how you are treating the people under you.
it. Absolutely.
Now people under you might not demand respect basically like directly. Fine. But If you do not respect them being under you for you to be where you are, because without them down there, you cannot be who you are up there. And if
That's
you
true.
don't give that respect back for them, they'll leave.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Same,
That's
same,
true.
same is in a partnership. You understand? It's not directly like I will not ask my partner, my husband, listen, you gotta have respect for me. Although I do say that sometimes, but it's not, in another way. I'm not gonna be necessarily, put in that like egoistic type of a way, like, I'm your wife, I'm a mother of your children, you have to respect. It's not about that. Nobody
I
is
think.
asking you to do that. I think that with what we do, we should
Mhm.
earn it already for you to have that respect that even if I have a meltdown, even if it comes to misunderstanding, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Even
but
when the shit goes down, it comes in symphony
that
then.
that is the issue in most dynamics of couples, in most relationship, because of familiarity, because we've been together for a very long time, because we are married now and everything. Just like you said earlier on, the woman continue to shit test the man just to see how the man will behave and everything,
Now
and
you see, he
forgetting
took it, he took it, he took
forgetting
it
that
now like we are doing it
once.
on daily basis.
No,
Man.
no, no. I'm just saying, forgetting that once it's soldier, forever it's soldier. A lion is a lion. A lion is not it's not herbivorous. It's eat what it eat. I'm just saying this for sake of explanation. But the fact remains that, like I keep telling everybody, whether my situation or your situation, what I think is the best thing to do in a relationship is to find a formula that works for that two individual. Honestly, I believe after all said and done, therapy or no therapy, believe it or not, is finding a formula that works for both parties. Because I have seen people, in my opinion, they are not fit for each other at all, but their relationship is working out perfectly. Jesus Christ, Yasha, I have seen couple where it became obvious to the general world and everything that this woman is cheating on this man and everything. But the guy is dying in love, protect his wife and everything, give a middle finger to the world and everything, which is a beautiful thing. But why am I saying this? No, I'm not saying it's a beautiful thing because they both cheat on each other. No, I'm saying that as two individuals, if you have that formula that works for you, do you for goodness sake. Believe it. Just go ahead and live. All these rules and regulation and everything, they are just two things that are basic for relationship. And I believe it's the perfect answer to the question that you asked me earlier on. If we do test, instead of testing, I think what I believe that most men do is observing, which relate to that, does she respect me or does she respect me? Because like we know, again, speaking generally, most men, in even in marriage, they can tend to lock up even for years when they see sense an act of disrespect from their partner and everything. This is very common. Ask 100 men, I can guarantee you that 18% of them will tell you the same thing. Just like the same thing for women too. Again, speaking generally, women value being loved. Women want to know if this man is still there, will still go over the mountains and hills for her and everything. And that's the reason why I was saying earlier on, show a man respect, it will bring down the mountains and everything for that particular woman. Although generally, but when it comes to marriage again and everything, and doing this chores, every day to day life together as couple, talking about women today and the battles that they face, it is paramount and important on our part as men to show consideration, which is very, very important. But calling it consideration now, some people will even take offense with that, but that is the right word for it. We can't both do the same thing, even
which
in
is which
marriage.
is completely which is completely fair.
Good.
But then when we are saying we can't do, same things, it's also like we can't think the same way, We can't see things the same way. And with that being said, like, if we stick to the bin bag now, it it's kind of interconnected now, because you know um, it's not the same for us, which means that at that moment it might mean a lot for a woman, although
A
it might
lot.
not mean for, yeah. But there are certain things, like, I don't know. I understand that sometimes you see it as a demand, but I also say, for the sake, like, you want, for the sake of the respect and everything, oftentimes you expect a woman to really, apart from everything that she's dealing with, and she's an emotional wreck, because we all know that, how we women are, and we need to
You
point
really,
that out again.
Tasha, you really want to know what most men expect from a woman?
What? Yeah, and legs apart, closed mouth and legs apart. Yeah, I know that. I mean,
Hon-
I was maybe expecting you to say something else, but all right.
honestly, honestly, if we really want to go there, ring a bell, call an assembly at the United Nations, let all the men you
I
want come.
understand, but you're not gonna get that. You're gonna get a shut mouth only when you're gonna do what is expected from you to do.
Why why the
Simple as
fuck
that.
are we why the